Let me ask you something. How many times have you said to yourself, "Tomorrow, I'll finally fix my routine"? You set your alarm for 5 a.m. In your mind, you imagine yourself waking up refreshed, studying for hours with unshakable focus, exercising, reading, and even cooking a breakfast worthy of a productivity influencer. You feel that surge of nighttime motivation, that false sense of control that only exists when the effort is still in the future. But then tomorrow comes, and what happens? The alarm goes off, and instead of a productivity hero, you're just someone who is cold and tired. You hit the snooze button. Once, twice, 5 times. When you finally get up, the first thing you do is reach for your phone. You start scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. You delay that first important task because it feels too heavy for the moment. And suddenly, it's night again. You lay your head on the pillow with that bitter feeling of guilt, promising that, this time for real, tomorrow will be different. If this sounds familiar, don't worry. You're not alone, and more importantly, you aren't lazy. You just don't understand how your brain works. Every student on this planet struggles with routines because we were taught to rely on motivation when we should have been relying on design. In this video, I'm going to give you the definitive map, the perfect daily routine for students in 2026. This isn't one of those military 18-hour schedules that lead to burnout in 3 days. It's a balanced system, based on neuroscience, that actually works in real life. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to share the psychology of microhabits and the secrets that elite students use to destroy procrastination without the suffering. Before we talk about schedules, we need to understand the foundation. Think about your phone. Without a charger, without software updates, and with 1,000 useless apps running in the background, it becomes a useless piece of glass. Your brain is exactly like that. Without proper rest, the right nutrition, and above all, a predictable structure, your mind crashes. The truth is, students don't fail because they lack intelligence. Most fail because they don't know how to manage their energy. They try to fight biology instead of using it to their advantage. They either overwork until they hit burnout, or they underwork and live under the weight of anxiety from being behind. A balanced daily routine is your operating system. It removes the need to make difficult decisions early in the morning. When you have a routine, you don't have to decide if you're going to study, you just study, because that's what the system dictates. Remember this, discipline is not a prison, it is the key to freedom. If you design your day correctly, the routine will carry you through the days when motivation disappears. Most students make the mistake of thinking productivity means waking up at 4:30 a.m. If that works for you, great. But for most, the secret isn't what time you wake up, but what you do in the first 60 minutes. Waking up between 5:30 and 7 a.m. is the sweet spot. Why? Because the world hasn't woken up to interrupt you yet. It is a moment of absolute silence. There are no notifications, no external demands, no traffic chaos. It's just you and your thoughts. The number one mistake that destroys your focus before you even begin is checking your phone in bed. When you open social media upon waking up, you are inviting hundreds of strangers to dump their opinions, problems, and perfect lives inside your brain. You enter a reactive state. Instead of focusing on your goals, you start the day comparing your life to others. Instead, do this: get up. Drink 16 ounces of water immediately. Overnight, your brain dehydrates, and dehydration manifests as mental fatigue. Open the window. Let natural light hit your retina. This signals your suprachiasmatic nucleus that the day has begun, regulating your cortisol and priming your focus. Just breathe for 2 minutes. No rush, no panic. How you start your morning sets the vibe for your entire day. Chaotic start, chaotic day. Calm start, day under control. Your biology demands movement. Many students say, "I don't have time to work out in the morning." But I'm not asking you to spend 2 hours at the gym. I'm talking about 5 to 10 minutes of light movement. It could be stretching, a bit of yoga, or even 10 push-ups. Think of it as turning on your brain's Wi-Fi. Your body is the router, your mind is the device. If the body doesn't connect, the mind's signal will be weak. Movement increases blood flow and oxygenates the prefrontal cortex. This means that when you sit down to study, you will actually process what you're reading instead of just glazing over words while yawning. And regarding food, your brain consumes about 20% of your daily energy. It burns glucose. If you skip breakfast and try to study something difficult, your willpower will run out in minutes. Keep it simple: eggs, oats, or fruit. Avoid processed sugar early on. You don't want an energy spike followed by a crash at 10 a.m. And again, drink water. Many times you think you're dumb or slow, but your brain is just screaming for hydration. Now we enter the execution phase. Between 8 o'clock and 11 a.m., your brain is at its peak of cognitive clarity. This is the time for deep work. The golden rule is, use this time for the subject you hate the most or that is the most difficult. If you struggle with calculus, do calculus now. If you need to memorize dense concepts for law or medicine, this is the time. Why waste this precious energy answering emails or watching random YouTube videos? 1 hour of total focus in the morning is worth 3 hours of tired, interrupted study at night. Use the 50-10 Pomodoro technique: 50 minutes of absolute concentration, 10 minutes of real rest. During those 50 minutes, the phone should be in another room. No multitasking. The human brain doesn't multitask, it just switches focus rapidly, losing efficiency with every switch. And in the 10-minute break, do not pick up your phone. Stand up, look away to relax your eye muscles, and let your mind wander. This is when the brain consolidates what it just learned. During class or lecture time, the secret is active learning. Don't be a human recorder who just copies what the teacher says. That's a waste of time. Jot down ideas, make connections with what you already know. Ask questions. If you process the information while receiving it, your study load at home will drop by half. After lunch, we all face the slump that drop in energy. Your body is diverting blood for digestion. Avoid heavy meals, fried foods, and excess simple carbs. If you eat a massive plate of pasta, your afternoon study session is dead. Opt for proteins and vegetables. If the sleepiness hits hard, use the secret of great geniuses, the 20-minute power nap. Don't go over that, or you'll enter deep sleep and wake up worse than before. If you can't sleep, go for a 10-minute walk in the sun. Fresh air and light restart your system. The afternoon should be reserved for low cognitive effort tasks. Solve practical exercises, organize summaries, take practice tests, or do group work. Leave the heavy theory for the morning, use the afternoon for application. The end of the day arrives, and your brain is saturated with adenosine. This is where many students make the mistake of drinking coffee to keep studying until 2 a.m. This is academic suicide. What you need now is movement and creativity. Playing a sport, running, or even dancing in your room helps burn off the cortisol accumulated from the day's stress. Additionally, set aside time for a hobby. Draw, play an instrument, or cook. Creativity works like a refresh button for the mind. It prevents you from starting to hate your studies. Before bed, spend 10 minutes on planning the next day. Write down the top 3 tasks for tomorrow on paper. By writing them down, you clear your brain's working memory. You tell it, the plan is made, you can relax now. This drastically reduces insomnia caused by anxiety. This is the hardest step, but the most important, the digital sunset. Turn off screens 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Blue light suppresses melatonin, tricking your brain into thinking it's still noon. If you scroll through TikTok before bed, you are sabotaging your intelligence for the next day. Swap the phone for a physical book, a Kindle, or a calm podcast. Understand once and for all, sleep is not a waste of time, it is the moment you get smarter. It's during REM sleep that your brain moves information from short-term memory to long-term memory. Studying without sleeping is like typing an entire document and turning off the computer without hitting save. You are literally throwing your effort in the trash. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of sleep. If you sleep less to study more, you will remember fewer things and perform worse on the test. A perfect routine on paper is worth nothing if your mindset is fragile. Stop comparing yourself to influencers who claim to study 15 hours a day. Most are lying. Focus on quality, not quantity. Consistency will always beat intensity. It is better to study 3 focused hours every day than to study 12 hours in a single day and be exhausted for the rest of the week. You are going to fail on some days. You'll wake up late, you'll procrastinate, you'll break the routine. And that's okay. The secret of successful students isn't never failing, but never failing 2 days in a row. If you broke the routine today, restart tomorrow without guilt. Follow this system for 30 days and I guarantee, your anxiety will drop, your grades will go up, and you will finally feel like the master of your own time. If this visual guide opened your eyes, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with that friend who is always complaining that they don't have time for anything. And if you want to take the next step and transform your academic and financial reality in 2026, I've prepared something special. Click the link in the description right now to claim your free trial of LeskoHelp. There, we show you how to navigate the system to get grants, aid, and opportunities that they simply don't teach you in school. Knowledge is your greatest asset, but knowing how to apply it is what brings freedom. Click the link below and change your trajectory today. Remember, today's discipline is tomorrow's freedom. I'll see you in the next video.